Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're going to be doing our haul video for the month of August. Preemptively, I do apologize if you guys hear construction noise in the background. It's 5 p.m. right now. It's the only time I have to record before the end of the day, and somehow they're still working out there in the blistering sun here. So yeah, I am going to switch over to the hand view where I show you the books in front of me like I did last time. But before we do that, I do want to talk about the posters that I got this month because they're too big to show you in the other view, so I'm going to show them to you now. Also, before that, I still haven't done the giveaway. That's because I'm still waiting on Tentai to send me their book. They said they were going to send me Alex told me that they already sent me the book. It just hasn't arrived. I'm not really sure why. I think it might be stuck in... stuck somewhere in customs or something, or on the way here. But it is what it is. When I get that, I will make the video and I'll try to get it, get the giveaway out as soon as possible. I just don't know when that is. So yeah, moving on from that, let's start with the haul video. So let's start with posters first. So I got this one from a comic book. So the Blue Beetle Graduation Day trade paperback, specifically the version from Target, because it has a different exclusive cover and it also has an exclusive poster, had this in the back here. So this is a really cool poster. I can't really show it to you that well, but yeah, it doesn't really fit anywhere. I mean, it fits in other places in my room, but it doesn't fit back here. So I'm not really sure what to do with it, but I framed it at least, and I'll be able to put it up when I can. I mean, I do have some space up there, but like that's too far up, and I'm not really sure I'm comfortable finding, getting on a stool and trying to put it up, right? But it's awesome. It looks really great. I'll show you guys a picture of it here now if you guys want to see the whole image, right? So yeah, that's it for that. I'm trying not to break it as I put it down. And then my roommate went to A-Fest, I think, here in Dallas. And he got me some One Piece posters. So it was like a 3-for-2 deal that they had, and it's from Hero Anthem. So he got me these 3 really awesome One Piece posters. So we have Luffy in a comic book. I don't like how Luffy looks necessarily, but I love the typesetting and all of the other stuff back here behind Luffy, and I think it looks great. I also love that the box here has the original East Blue 5 there, and I think that's really, really great. I like that a lot. I really, really enjoy this. I think it's a great poster. That's poster number 1. Poster number 2 is this wonderful concert poster for Soul King. I'm definitely going to put this one up. I'll probably switch out the Tokyo Revengers poster you guys see right here for Brooks, because there's nothing wrong with that poster, but the manji symbol could be construed incorrectly by some people, and I've had it up there for a while, and I don't want to have it up there long enough that people start questioning it or upset by it, because I don't really want to have to explain things to people. And honestly, people online are not really understanding of nuance and differences, so I think I am probably going to switch that out for this Brook poster right here. And it's a wonderful poster. I love this so much. It looks so good. And then finally, we have this Zoro poster that looks like an old classic Japanese movie poster. You could say that it's kind of probably an Urasawa type thing, and it looks really, really great. I like this a lot. His bulked up form doesn't look amazing. It looks kind of awkward, but it works out really, really nicely. I just love the colors here. The best one is definitely the Soul King poster. So yeah, all 3 of them are great. I'm really thankful for my roommate for getting me those, and for making up for the fact that I couldn't go to the convention myself. So yeah, that's it for the posters. Let's switch out to the other view so that I can show you all of the other stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so we're back in this view. I apologize for the chair if you can hear it, and for the construction like I said earlier. So let's start with the least related to manga and light novels and stuff. So that is the fountain pen stuff. Here is Colorverse Alpha Ori. It's a really beautiful orange color. Then we have Poissure de Lune, which is Moon Dust Purple, and it's a really nice color. This is a J. Herbon book, ink, and it's a really nice dusky purple, as you guys can see right there. And then we have another Colorverse thing. This is 2-in-1. It's a map of Mars as the big bottle, and Mars Attacks as the little bottle. And I love this color so much. It's a really nice bright fuchsia, and as you guys can see, the big bottle is 65 mils and the little one is 15 mils. And I do have the ink here, like an ink swatch. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, here we go. I have it. Here you go. So Mars Attacks is this nice turquoisey blue. It actually looks lighter in person. The camera makes it look a bit darker than it really should be. Mars Attacks, like I said, it's this nice fuchsia color. Alpha Ori, it has a nice darkness to it, but usually when you write, it's actually this rather orange, light orange color there. So yeah, and then Poissure de Lune is nice. It actually ends up being lighter looking than this because it is mostly in this kind of you know, light purple vibe there, but it is not so vibrant like the Waterman's purple that I have, or the Pelican purple that I have. So I like this one much better. I definitely need to get some broad pens so that some of the characteristics of some of these inks shine a bit better. But overall, really nice stuff here. I really enjoyed these. I actually got these from the Kinokuniya near my parents' house down in Houston because they had discounts. So this one was about $28, I think, and this one was $24. Now, this one ended up being much better bang for your buck, but overall, these are really nice inks, and the fact that I managed to save some money on them was real nice. This one was only $10. I got this from Walmart. I bought it via, you know, the digital store for Walmart. So yeah, there you go. That's it for the inks. Let's move on to something else now. Okay, here is the only Gunpla I got this month. This is a Zaku 2F2. This is a white Zaku book, or sorry, model, and it looks great. I'm very excited about this one. I also like the guns that it has here because they're pretty different from usual. And I think its mouthpiece is actually slightly bigger than usual. And it looks nice. I really like it. So yeah, I got this for like 18 bucks, I think, because there was a discount at Hobby Lobby when I went there to buy some stuff for my school projects that I needed for an engineering project I'm building. And I decided to take advantage of it, and it was nice. I got this. It was wonderful. It was pretty wonderful to be able to buy this for such a low price. So yeah, at this point, I'm probably going to be running out of Zaku's here pretty soon, but hopefully not too soon. I'll probably have to start buying, you know, higher grade Gunpla models here. So yeah, there you go. That's it for that. Then moving on to a coloring book. We have the One Piece coloring book, the official one. This is actually published by Scholastics, not by Viz. But either way, it's nice. It's a really big size. And I doubt I'm going to color many of these because they're not really, like people coloring is not my forte. It's not something I'm super interested in. But it was a nice, cool way of getting a lot of fun black and white artwork for relatively cheap. I think I got this for like $10 or something like that. I can't remember, but maybe I'll paint their clothes or color their clothes in, but I won't color their faces and skin, right? So yeah, but some of these images are pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like there should be more kind of abstract coloring that they can do for One Piece, or maybe some of the background stuff for One Piece might be cool. You know, these ships are actually quite nice. I think this is a pretty good way of having a One Piece coloring book. You know, and stuff like that. Look at these nice, you know, devil fruit, something easy to color that is pretty stress-free, but that isn't going to be boring to color, right? So yeah, some Denmushis, that's fun. Apu, the worst generation character. There you go. So yeah, overall good stuff here. I really like this. I think it's a nice thing to have, and it's just going to be another addition to my small but growing coloring book collection. And then finally, the last thing that isn't a book, we have the Blu-ray plus digital Knights of the Zodiac Blu-ray DVD. And I was gonna not do this. I was not gonna buy it, but I saw it for cheaper than it really should have been. I think I got it for like 15 bucks. and I just couldn't help myself. So I got it. I liked it. I'm slowly but surely becoming a fan of McKenyu. And in all seriousness, this was not that bad of a live action movie. And I think I want to show support to these endeavors because the One Piece live action is almost about to show to come to screen here in a few days. Actually, in less than a day, it comes out tomorrow or tomorrow at midnight. In about a day and a half, and that one looks really, really good. And this looked or was not too bad. So I want to show support for it. Hopefully that means we get a second movie that's much better. Hopefully that means we get to see Shun and Yoga and the dragon guy, I forgot his name, Shiryu. And we get to see Diego Tinico be a much better version of Ikki, right? So yeah, there you go. That's Knights of the Zodiac. It doesn't really come with anything in terms of like a poster or anything like that, but it's nice that it has, at least it's Blu-ray, right? So yeah, there you go. That's it for that. Now I got to do a little bit of a resetting here really quick. So we'll move into the comic books, or actually we'll move into the novels here real fast. Okay, so let's start with all the digital stuff that I have. So a lot of this was actually just free. I'll show you, I'll highlight the stuff that wasn't when I find it. But yeah, most of this was free, either from Free Booksy or from other, places. I follow a lot of people on Twitter, and a lot of them are just giving out some of their books for free. But I did buy the last book in the series by Robert J. Hayes. He had a sale going on. I also bought the 2 books in the Titan Hopper series, Titan Hoppers and Spire Climbers. Then all of that was free. Some of this stuff is like shifter romance. Some of it is like, erotica. Some of it is just whatever it is that I can find. A lot of it is actually lit RPG and SFF. I'm interested in most of it. So, I usually just buy it because like if it's free, might as well, right? And then I also bought this one, Harmon Cooper's A World According to Dragons, which is the first book in the Sagaland trilogy, I think. Everything else was more or less free except for the other 2 things that I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, that's it for that. And moving on to the physicals, we have these 3 Wheel of Time books. So this is box set number 3, A Crown of Swords, Path of Daggers, and Winter's Heart. This is the slog, basically, as far as I remember, because these are books 7, 8, and 9. And I also bought Lord of Chaos. I actually have a digital version of it because I bought it via Audible. I had a free credit, so I got it. And it was, it's pretty nice. I'm currently reading it right now. I don't have a physical copy, although I did order one from Half Price Books. I'm just waiting for it to arrive to my local store so I can go get it. But I bought these in the meantime. I got them for $15. Sorry if I just blew out your ears by letting this fall over. But yeah, the one thing I don't like about these, I like the minimalist design. I think it looks good with different colors. However, there's some really shitty quality control. And because I bought this on Amazon, I thought it'd be kind of stupid to return it and then just get another version of it like that's equally messed up, right? But this one has some gluing issues, it seems like, and the spine is not aligned correctly. You can clearly see that there's this like line going down here and right there. And it's kind of annoying because it's really easy to notice right there. But it's kind of interesting that these books have a very matte finish here, and then it's glossy on the spine. And I'm not really sure why that is. It's really awkward. I've never had an experience like that before. Maybe it's just because I'm not really buying mass market paperbacks in this edition, in this version of mass market paperbacks. And maybe that's just kind of normal, but I don't really remember that being the case. But yeah, overall, good stuff there. Good purchase. I liked it. I'll probably end up getting myself a used copy of this to replace it with and just sell this one off back to Half Price Books, right? So yeah, but I got that from Amazon. And finally, we have Robert E. Howard's The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian. This is the first portion. It's one of 3 of the Conan series by Robert E. Howard, published by Del Rey. So these are illustrated editions. I did a review for the Cole one recently, and as you guys can see, these have illustrations littered throughout the book. And it's really interesting because these are short stories, right? So each short story comes with its little set of illustrations, and they add a lot to the atmosphere of the series. And given the fact that Robert E. Howard is really good at atmospheric kind of like writing, it's really, really nice to have these additional things to help you get into the mindset, right? So yeah, I'm going to be reading that here in September, since it is Sumerian September, according to another YouTuber that I like a lot, that I've mentioned a few times on the channel, Michael K. Vaughn. And yeah, so that's it for the novels. Let's move on to comic books. I have to reset again, so I'll see you guys in another little segment here. Okay, so we're back for the comic books. Let's talk about the digital stuff that I have here first. So if I remember correctly, I did mention that I bought the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman crossovers last month, but if I didn't, you know, there you go. Then it starts from here on out. So I have this Naruto retrospective, PTSD Radio Volume 1. This is not the collected edition, the one that's like an omnibus. This is the first one because they had it for free on Amazon at some point. And then a bunch of Blue Beetle stuff because I got myself a gift card, and they had a Blue Beetle sale. It ended a few days ago, and I felt like just getting all of it and having all of it as far as it goes, right? So there you go. That's Blue and Gold. And then the 2 volumes of New 52. I think actually there were supposed to be 3 of them, but I don't remember. There's 3 volumes of Rebirth, and then there's 2 volumes of Jaime Reyes, and real nice stuff. I really liked all this. I'm very excited to get around to reading it. I think the first one I'm going to read is definitely going to be Blue and Gold, because the second Blue Beetle is one that I'm not really that familiar with, and I want to learn about Booster Gold as well. So that's probably what I'm going to read next, but I'm definitely going to get around to reading all of the rest of the Blue Beetles by the end of the year. So yeah, that's it for the digital stuff. Let's move on to the physical stuff, and let's start with the collected editions since they're generally bigger, right? So first of all, we have my kind of start with European comic books. So this is Valhalla. My roommate, who's Danish, was in Denmark this summer and bought me this as a birthday gift. So, you know, he's someone that doesn't really pay attention to kind of like social things. So he left the price tag here, and it actually ends up being about $55, which is 350 krones, Danish krones. And he bought it from this amazing, really cool store called Faros Cigarer. And this collects the 3 issues, or the 3 first albums in Valhalla, which are Cry Wolf, Thor's Beard, and Odin's Lament or something. I can't remember exactly what they're called. I know the first one is Wolf's Cry, or Cry Wolf, but I can't remember the name of the other ones. But this is an amazing edition. I did a review for it, showing it off, and it's wonderful. It has so much text in it. If you guys have ever seen the Lucky Luke volumes, it's kind of like that. It just has a bunch of information. Of course, it's all in Danish, so I can't read it, but I can definitely translate it with a little bit of patience. I can definitely read what all of this is, and I love all of the illustrations that are part of this, right? So yeah, really nice stuff here. Here is kind of stuff that starts the first album, and it's by Peter Madsen with the story made by the other people. And it starts with this kind of setting building, kind of getting you into the story. And then it finally begins the comic book. And as you guys can see, these are kind of old school. They're kind of cartoonist kind of vibe to them. And it looks real fun. And these are retellings of a lot of Nordic folklore, you know, mythology. Thor is represented by this burly guy with red hair. And Loki is, of course, the little yellow guy with black hair that you see right there. And there's these children that join forces with them, and you know, you kind of just have that going on. And what happens is that it ends, it talks about some stuff, and then it continues on giving you more extra information before it jumps into the next story. And I think actually this says Thor's Bride Day or something like that. This is a story when Thor has to get his hammer back, and so he becomes he dresses up as a woman to try to get this this troll guy to get back to him, right? So yeah, and it keeps going and going, and you have a lot of this stuff, and I love how big the artwork here is. It's kind of really awesome, and there's so many panels, and then it ends, and you get some extra stuff here at the back. I'm not really sure what this is, because this is kind of just little extra things to kind of finish it off, and there you go. Really nice end papers here. I love how they look, with Thor riding his chariot pulled by Teeth Gnasher and Teeth Grinder, the crazy goats. Then we have Asterix, or Asterisk and Obelisk. If you guys know that, this is actually American. This is by Paper Cuts. That's their logo right there. Oh, sorry, I can't show it to you. There you go. Now you guys can see it. It's Paper Cuts, or down there. And this is an omnibus edition. It has the first 3 stories. And again, same idea, but this is a little bit worse than the European version. And of course, it's smaller. There's hardcover versions of this as well, but they're significantly smaller than the original European version, even if the European version, or the French version, is not your large album size like Valhalla. So yeah, but I'm very excited. I've been watching a lot of European comic book channels, and they all talk about stuff like this. So I'm very much looking forward to getting around to reading it. So it's about this smart little Viking guy who has a friend. His name's Obelisk. It's that guy right there. And they kind of go on these ridiculous adventures. And I definitely want to get up at least the second volume and read all 6 of those stories, and then decide if I like it or not, and move on from there. Because I know that these first stories are kind of like the authors kind of getting around to learning how to write these characters, and then the second set of stories are significantly better, right? So yeah, and then another kind of non-traditional comic book here is Mouse Guard Fall 1152, or 1152, you know, 1152 year-wise. I don't know why I'm having such a tough time with it, but yeah, this is a little comic book. It's published by Villard, or Archaea actually, but it's owned by Boom. And it's a really, really cool story by David Peterson. This is actually an American comic book, as far as I understand it. But it's really, really interesting. I think it's, I can't remember if it's Uncanny Omar or Gem Mint that constantly talk about this story. But it looks really fun, and I got it used for about $8, so I couldn't, hold back from buying it. So, yeah, but I'm very excited about that. I'm kind of getting into, secondary and tertiary types of comic books, but still trying to keep it with stuff that has really amazing, interesting artwork, because a lot of the American stuff that's like off the beaten path just has horrible, horrible drawings, and I don't like them. Like, I don't like Tumblr style art. I don't really like, the really scratchy, kind of ridiculous, like too kind of impressionistic type art. I like more cartoonist and epic kind of looking stuff. So yeah, moving on, we have some Spider-Man comics. This is Ultimate Spider-Man Volumes 1, Power and Responsibility, and 2, Learning Curve. These are by Bendis and Bagley, and I'm not really sure what the point of this is. I think these are different editions of the same run, right? But I like this blue and red kind of thing. But I think these are from different years. So, yeah, but this is like the classic Spider-Man run that is out of continuity, has its own continuity. And it's something that I've been really interested in because I started watching a lot of Comic Pop a few months ago, and they constantly talk about Ultimate Spider-Man. So there you go. Really excited about this stuff because it is the kind of quintessential Spider-Man story that goes on for a long time. So I'm very excited about that. And then finally, in terms of collected editions, we have Blue Beetle Graduation Day. This was great. I loved it. It does skew a little bit towards children. It is more of a coming-of-age story for 14, 15-year-olds. But look at this artwork, man. It's nice. I love the colors. I like the characters. This is Xiomara. This is a new character. She is the yellow beetle that you saw there. And we have this other beetle character here as well. Let me see if I can find her. No, I can't seem to. Let's see if I can go backwards. There you go. Nitida. I can't remember the name of this person, but her superhero name is Nitida, and she has this like Cthulhu version of a Blue Beetle. And yeah, there's also going to be a Red Beetle that's going to be the main antagonist for the new Dawn of DC Blue Beetle series, and I'm very excited about that. As you guys can see, I got that at Target, and it's a nice addition. I do think that the original cover is better. Let's see if I can find it. This cover is much better than this one, but I like the poster for this book much better, so that's why I got it. Maybe now that I have the poster out of it, I should go back and get the normal version. I'm not really sure. I don't think I want to do that. So yeah, now moving on to the single issue comic books. So let's start with the ones I bought today. So we have Dark Knights of Steel number 12. This is the last one, and hopefully there are no spin-offs, because the fact is that even though the story is cool, the fact that it took forever and ever and ever to actually come out makes it really difficult for me to care at this point. And I don't really want to revisit this unless the story requires it, and I haven't read that, so I'm not really sure if there's more space to tell stories in it. But also, I just don't want to have to go through the whole ordeal of waiting like 6 months between issues, because that's just annoying, right? So yeah, then we have the 30th anniversary special Mighty Morphing book. This has a bunch of short stories, and a lot of them seem to be fun. I really like the artwork here. I know that Ryan Perot and some other people came back. Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger, did a story for this year. Melissa Flores, she's the one that does Dead Lucky, I think. Matt Groom, also important. And yeah, a lot of these people are really, really good at this stuff. So yeah, they've been writing, Power Ranger stuff, and also stuff that is Power Rangers esque for a while. We have Conan the Barbarian number 2. I have not read this story yet, but Rob De La Torre's artwork is phenomenal, man. Look at this stuff. It just looks so good. Nice to see that Conan and what's her name? Brizola, I think is her name, are kind of getting it on at some point. We have Red Sonja number 2. This one was fine. Now, actually, this one was good. I really liked it. Giovanni did a great job with a lot of the power poses here, where she's cutting down people and she's striking these gorgeous poses as she's doing that, and I liked it a lot. I think the artwork was phenomenal there. Dead Lucky number 8. Yeah, this is by Melissa Flores. This was a good story. It introduces a new character that actually is a reintroduction of an old character, and it's pretty interesting. We finally get to see Dead Lucky fight someone that has equivalent powers. Hers are electricity, and I think his name is Flame or Blaze, are fire powers. So yeah, there you go. Really good stuff there. I enjoyed that. Then we have Rogue Sun here, and it does seem like it's either getting too close to the end here, or it's going to be a big story that's going to have repercussions, and it's going to take us back to the original status quo of Rogue Sun, or actually in order to set up a new status quo for Dylan as the Rogue Sun, because he really hasn't been able to come up with anything yet. So yeah, but this one was a good story. Basically, Caleb wants to talk to this guy who's the original reason why Rogue Sun exists, and they want to come to an understanding, but the guy is ultimately evil and Caleb is not exactly, so it's kind of difficult, but I really enjoyed where that went. Then we have the ending of Dead Romans here with Dead Romans number 6. This was good, but I feel like it wrapped up too quickly, and I do think that there's more story to tell here. So I'm hoping that this is just the end of this issue. It did say it was the end of the miniseries, but I really don't think that that's the case. I really don't want it to be, because there's so much more going on here that we could really talk about, because it feels like it ended too soon. If it was about an 8-issue series, I think I would have been much better. So yeah, but I love the artwork here. Marinkovic, I think, is the person that did the artwork, did a great job here. I'll do a review for the series here soon. Then you have Mighty Barbarians number 5. I finally read some of that Cole story, so I actually know a lot about Cole and his friend Brule here. Where is he? Brule, I think, is that guy. That might be Nanook. I can't remember, but yeah, overall good stuff here. We also have Thorgal show up here, and we finally are getting close to the confrontation between Morgan and her sister. So we'll see what happens there. And Merlin shows up, which is awesome. I really like that. I thought that was fun. Then we have Queen of Swords. This is the penultimate issue. There's only going to be 3 issues, and this is a thick one, dude. Like, there's so many pages in this, and they're all worth it. I really enjoy this story. Mostly it focuses on this chick as she tells us her story and how it relates to Soren and it helps us develop the story of Deadheart and the other chick. I can't remember her name, Kai, I think. And it was good. Oh yeah, Sacrificers number 1. This was a good start to the story, but I'm not exactly sure where it's going. Otherwise, you know, I'm happy to keep reading this because it's by Rick Remender. Everything I've read by him, I've enjoyed, even if I've never finished anything by him. But all of the issues that I've read individually have been fun and great, and I'm happy to give this a chance. The only thing is that I was a bit confused with the relationship that this father character has with his sacrificer son, because it's pretty unclear whether the son is loved or completely reviled by his family, and it's especially unclear at the end when the father finally starts talking to the son, right? So, yeah, then we have Barbarella number 5. Great covers. It was really the only thing that was worth it in these books. I'm very unhappy about that. I'm very sad. I was waiting for it to get better and better because the previous Barbarella story by Sarah Hoyt was amazing. It was wonderful. It was so good. And this one was just so garbage. The only redeeming quality of it was its covers, and only the cover A's. I didn't really like any of the other covers. So, yeah, that really sucks. It really rankles my gears, or really bothers me, because I mixed like 5 different phrases there, but it just bothers me because I'm spending this money expecting a quality product, and it just continues to not be great. And I think that's just Dynamite in general. A lot of their stuff is just not amazing, even though I really want it to be. And it's mostly just selling because it has nice, hot pinup covers, right? So, I mean, that's on me for falling for it, I guess, but I just really like those characters, and I really want them to be better. So, yeah, then we have San Julian's Queen of the Lost World. I like this story. I just am very confused about where the characters are in terms of each other in relation to the world they're in, because there's no map, but there's a bunch of country hopping and character hopping here. And it doesn't help that a lot of the characters look pretty similar. And also, the artwork in this issue was not up to snuff, in my opinion. It looked way worse than the first one. And the first one was pretty great, even if it was a lot scratchier, a lot more kind of rough than I really like. So, yeah. And then we have Heatseeker with this unfortunate cover. This just doesn't look great. In-hyuk Lee is very good at drawing superheroes in streetwear. He's not very good at drawing these, sexy pinups. Like, I don't know, something about this, the way that it's rendered just doesn't work for me, but the story was pretty great. Heatseeker is basically a story about fake out deaths. So if you don't like that, you're not going to enjoy this. But overall, there's been a lot of good tension here, and I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I can't wait for the next issue. And then finally, Fire and Ice. I have not read this because I have not finished watching the movie. I just haven't had time to sit down to do it. Or actually, when I have had time, I've wanted to do other things. But I like the artwork here. It's real nice. That was just a bunch of ads, sorry. It looks real good. It's not as good as Rob De La Torre's Conan, but it's pretty enjoyable. I like it. I think it works real nice. Although, of course, it's not going to compare to Frank Frazetta's artwork, but it looks good. So, yeah, there you go. That's it for that. That's the last of the comic books, I think. So let's move on to the manga and stuff here now. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this here in the background and just make space for the manga here. So yeah, let's actually first start with things that are not manga, but they're kind of manga adjacent, which would be this comic book called Offset. I did a review for this, or actually I did a showcase. This was sent to me by a publisher from the Caribbean who are specializing in representing the Caribbean and I think mostly the English-speaking side of the Caribbean, like Jamaica, Barbados, and stuff like that. And they sent me these books. They're the same kind of thing. Like, this is the novel and this is the comic book version. And it's about this guy who's a stick licker, which is a type of martial artist from these countries, who happens to have to deal with Obeah magic, right? Or Obeah occultism. So very excited about that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's move on to the manga stuff. So first of all, we have this Wotakoi art book. It has an exclusive poster. I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to open it here. And the price is pretty good. $22 is not that bad for an art book. And I actually got this for about $16 from Walmart last week. I was going to make a tweet about it, but I forgot about it, so I didn't. But you guys should definitely check out your local Walmarts if you can. Let me see if I can open this. without damaging it. Let's hope so. There we go. Let's see what is in here. It's not a great unboxing, I'm sorry. Hopefully everything was in frame. If it's not, I'm going to be pretty upset, but you know, it's fine. You guys kind of know what it is anyway. So yeah, here we have Wotakoi. I like this. It looks like a sticker, but it's not. It's just the title. There we go. Let's see. Nice gray end pages. And I think it's just the color pages from the book in large format. And a lot of them look really, really beautiful. I like this a lot, man. It looks super, super nice. I can't show you all of them because I'm going to get, you know, copy struck or copyright struck. But man, look at these. A lot of these are really nice pinups. I don't know what this is. I think this is a poster. I'm not really sure. This feels different. It has different paper. But it looks nice. A lot of these are really, really good. Then we have some very large panels here. And I think this is the poster back here. But I'm not really sure if I want to pull it out right now. I'm definitely going to take it out because I'm just the type of person that doesn't like having posters inside his books. But maybe I'll buy another version just to do that. I don't know how I'm going to be able to pull this out. It doesn't look like it has guided line for pulling it out, but I don't know. Good stuff there. I really like this. I think it looks nice. So yeah, now I just need to finish reading Wotakoi so that I can enjoy this much more. And then you have the chance to have this kind of like interview process here with the mangaka. So yeah, there you go. Really good stuff here. I really liked all of this. I really enjoy the concept of Wotakoi. I think the execution is not my favorite, but I like it still, and I'm very happy to collect this this art book. So yeah, there you go. That's Wotakoi's art book. Then we have some webtoon stuff. This is Doombreaker by Blue Deep. And this seems to be, you know, kind of your generic solo leveling-esque type story. But I got this for pretty cheap at Walmart, and I decided to give it a chance. It says, can Zephyr finally find his revenge against Stardust and save the woman he loves, or is he doomed to repeat his his past, right? So, yeah, it collects episodes 1 through 10 of the webtoon comic. There you go. Looks nice. I'm very excited about this, but it does seem kind of like your average, or at this point, it's your average, you know, webtoon kind of fantasy story, right? So yeah, talk about webtoon fantasy stories. We have Soul Leveling number 7. This is a great volume. I love the image here, although honestly, this is so dark compared to the other ones, and sometimes I don't like how spines are inconsistent like that, right? But yeah, overall, lovely artwork here. Not much to say about this. I think it's finally the Jeju Island arc. Also, I got these little things from Kinokuniya. They have like stuff about Slam Dunk. I got them just because they were giving them out for free, so I might as well get a few of them. But I didn't get to watch the movie because I had to help my sister move apartments at the time, so I'm kind of sad about it, but it is what it is. Moving on, we have Gal Gohan number 6. I had seen this for months and months at my local half-price books, and I decided to take the plunge and just buy it, and I'll eventually get the rest of them here soon. So, yeah, there you go. That's Gal Gohan. We have Komi Can't Communicate number 26. Very excited about this one. I forget that there's no color pages in Komi. That's kind of sucky because, honestly, it deserves it. But, yeah, not much to say about that one. I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm curious to see if it's going to be a new version of a kind of single volume story, or if it's going to be back to a lot of little situations. And also, I love the back here. Komi in a cheerleader outfit. Perfect. It looks so good. Then we have Chain Soldiers number 4. A little bit of a quality control issue there with Yen Press. They have Kodansha disease, which kind of sucks. Nice color pages here, though. Good stuff. And I'm not too sure what this story is going, so I'm very excited to see what happens there. And I keep saying that, but it is what it is, right, man? Like, I don't know. Boys Abyss, again, I'm very disappointed that there's no color pages. Like, dude, come on. This is a $13 volume, and this is supposed to be your signature, which you guys can see right there. So it really should have color pages. There should be prestige level care put into this, and it just isn't. And that sucks. And I guess maybe there was no color page here, but, like, at least give us some satiny pages, or find the color page that is in this volume and put it in the front. Like, come on, give it some care. Like, I just feel like sometimes Viz, for all of the good that they've done with manga and anime, sometimes just don't really care about making sure that the customers have the best product. And that really annoys me, man, because like, I'm paying so much for it. You might as well just make it good, right? Like, it's not that complex of an idea, right? So I don't know. Record of Ragnarok number 7. Again, another Viz signature that has no color pages, even though they're clearly supposed to be. And I'm not gonna go on the rant again, but it's clear, man. It's clear. It sucks. Here we have the Boxer number 3. I'm very excited about this one, and this is a thick ass volume. I'm very excited to see what happens here. And yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I forgot his name. I think he's the Spanish boxer, but curious to see what he does, right? Because he started to pay attention to the main character quite a bit. So yeah, and then finally, or actually, we still have some other things, but almost here at the end here, we have Beauty and the Beast number 9. I love this series. I love the images, although they are getting hornier by the minute. And this is near the end of the story. I think there's only 2 more volumes left, and I'm curious to see what happens between these characters. So yeah, I love Beauty and the Beast so much. I think it's a great series. Yeah, Tsugumi Project number 2. I used to think this was a French manga, but it's not. It's actually a Japanese mangaka who published this in France first, because France is such a baller place for manga that they're just like, okay, we're gonna make them special manga just for them. And then if it gets popular enough, we'll bring it to Japan. So yeah, I have no fucking clue what's going on right here, but it looks really, really interesting. So I can't wait to read this. Tsugumi Project, really good stuff there. And then we have some light novels. We have Ishura number 1. I got this at a Half Price Books that's not my local one, which is why I have much more selection than usual. And I'm very curious about this. I think this is kind of a different take on the Zodiac War, if you guys know what that is. And I'm very curious about this. There looks to be a lot of dragons here, so I'm very excited because I love dragons. And really interesting human characters as well. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm not really familiar with the story, but I got it because I wanted something new in terms of light novels. I've been reading more or less the same light novels for quite a while now, so yeah. And speaking of same light novels, we have Solo Leveling number 8. I think we have 5 more volumes after this. And this is the first time that we don't have a brown or red color. This is green, and it looks great. I love this color so much. And this is the start of a new portion of the story where it's not really about the leveling system. It's about the kind of invasion of Earth. And I'm very, very excited to see where that goes. So there you go. That's all of my stuff for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video.